You have to have a perspective where everything that you've done up till now prepares you for this moment now. And that's the only way that you can dig in and reach for that confidence. Like when you have that crisis, the journey to success, to achievement is lonely, right? So in that moment of trepidation and fear, you have to sometimes step back and go, you know what, I'm capable of this. Like all the things that I've done up till now, this is why I'm here. So, the path to success sometimes reveals itself. It's not very clear from day one. The Amazon never started out thinking we're gonna be delivering to everybody. They were a bookseller, right? I mean, think about the life cycle of that. And so just like Amazon, humans are the same way. Like we go through these trials and reiterations. Like it's an iterative process. Like you're not, boom, like you're created and God created man and there you are, you're done. No, like there's along the journey, there's all of these choices that you make. And every choice that you make either gets you closer to the goal you're supposed to do or further away. And we're the sum total of all the choices we make. And so, the worst thing to ever do though, and where people usually fail is they stop moving. They stop taking, they stop acting and they find comfort, right? They don't push themselves into these areas where they can have profound growth. And again, all of the things that you've done up till now prepare you for whatever that growth is, but you've got to move into that uncomfortable space. If you don't move into that uncomfortable space, then you're going to settle for less than what you're capable of. And experimentation may lead to like abject failure. Like you're going to get your nose bloodied. You're going to get punched in the face, right? You're going to, no plan that has ever been set from day one ends up being what you expected it to be. Like it doesn't work that way. Like it doesn't work like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna be this, and that it works out to be exactly as you dreamed it. Like, that's a fantasy. It becomes exponentially more as long as you keep pushing. And I think the realization is that when you get to certain points, it's a moving target. So you're never really satisfied with where you're at, but everything you've done prepares you for that moment. Well, the things that you're most afraid of is what you need to do, because that's where your real growth is. And it's gonna be scary. Like if you're not scared, then you're not doing enough of the right. You know what I mean? Like you have to be fearful and not allow that to dictate what you do, because again, the human condition, what do we choose? We choose comfort. Comfort is so close to complacency, and complacency is so close to inaction, and that's the opposite of achievement. That when you identify something is like, oh my God, I can't, man, there's no way I can do that. It's the first thing you need to do. As a leader, the first conversation you have to have is the one you want to have least. That's the one that you absolutely positively have to have. And as a human being, like if you are on this journey towards success, you have to find that thing that scares the hell out of you, and you've got to embrace it. You got to go with it. Now, I'm not talking about jumping out of airplanes, right? Like there are legitimate fears where you put your life in jeopardy. I'm just talking about public speaking. I'm talking about, I don't know. There's a ton of different areas. I'm not talking physical. I'm talking about mental challenge or like this anxiety. Anxiety is important. We actually dull out those things. We take medication like to get rid of our anxiety and our to level our emotions and stuff. That's important. Like it's important to have those mechanisms in full force, right? And because they're telling you something. And when you don't listen to it, when you don't act, when you don't try to resolve those things, that's where you end up really settling for less than what you're capable of. You just can't settle. You've got to push into that stuff that makes you uncomfortable.